Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to talk about how to set a child up for success. If you have been thinking, or if you have a child, if you have a toddler or older child, and you have been thinking on how to raise this child to become successful, how to help this child, how to build your child to become successful in life, if you have been thinking about all those things, I think these tips I'm going to share in this video is going to help you to set your child up for success. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rofiat. I'm the founder of Kiddies Plate, the brand that focuses on healthy lifestyle for kids. How to raise your child to become successful. We are taking it from another angle, not the angle of the definition we all know about success. I'll be using the help of my phone because I have it on my website already. My website is www.kiddiesplatecontent.com. If you want to read the article, I'll put the link to the website in the description box, and I also have recipes and other things you can look up on my website. Setting a child up for success is something that has to start at the early stage of their life. Let's take, for instance, you have a toddler and you think, okay, if I want to set my toddler up for success, I have to wait to a certain age. No, it has to start at the early stage to set them up for success. Let's assume you have a toddler at home and your toddler is like 3 years. There are so many things you can do to make the child look up to being successful in life, and there are so many things that will set that child up to become successful in life, not just by leaving a property for them or thinking that maybe leaving a fat money in their account that will help them to become successful. It's not that. There are some things that you have to do that even if you leave a fat money for them in the account, or you have a lot of property that you are leaving for them to come and meet, or you have a business that you want them to take up, if they don't have these basic things, there's no how they are going to make that successful, and there's no how they are going to be successful in life. Here are my top tips on how to set a child up for success. Number one is self-enhancement. You need to invest in parenting. Fine, there's no manual to parenting. Nobody comes with a manual. But we have professionals in this field that can lead you on how to parent a child very well. We have always figured out the way we want our parenting role to be, but there are some professionals that can help you to make this a successful one. So invest in parenting. There's nothing wrong in you paying some certain amount to learn how to parent a child. There are so many free workshops you can also join to help you in parenting a child very well. Invest in parenting. I have a parenting community that you can join. I'll put the link to the parenting community in the description box. Every month we come up with a topic, and this topic we talk about it. We bring professionals to talk about it and how to raise a successful child. I will also say work on your mental health. Work on your emotions, because if you are so emotional, if your mental state is always taking over you, if your stress is always taking over you, you are going to vent it on your child. And from there, your child will pick it up. You will see it as a normal thing, and it's going to pick it up. And that is how it goes from generation to generation. So work on your mental state. Work on your mental health. Work on what is stressing you out. Work on your marriage. Work on your emotions. These are the things that can affect your parenting. And if you don't get all this right, there's no how you're going to get that parenting right. And there's no how you're going to set your child up for success properly. So self-enhancement. Number two is do not force your child to obey rules. Set boundaries instead. Don't be an authoritarian. Authoritarian parents raise authoritarian child, and this can be a pollution to our community. If you are setting rules for a child, you need to discuss the rules with them. You can't just go about and say, okay, I don't want you there, and that is it. You have to give them the reason you don't want them there. That is how it works. Give them the reason. Okay, I don't want you to watch TV from so time to so time. The reason I don't want you to watch TV at this time is because I want you to be involved in so activities. You understand? And during that activity, I want you to have a good concentration. So that is why I don't want you to watch TV. So nobody watch TV at so time, or nobody take a phone or use a tablet at this time. You understand? If you are setting that rules, sit them down. They are humans too. They understand. If you have a way you communicate with a child that will make them understand the rules. Don't impose everything on them. They communicate with them. Bring them in. If you don't bring them in, if you don't feed them in, they will feel left out. And if you keep telling them, this is the rules, I want you to abide by my rules, this is my way, I want you to go my way, everything will not go your way. As a parent, so many of us have high expectations, and we are forgetting that these kids, they have mind of their own. So when the mind of their own starts coming out, that is when we think parenting is hard. Parenting is not hard. It's the way you take it that makes it hard. So please, when you are setting a boundaries, try to involve them. By doing so, they are going to take the boundaries serious. It's not going to be fearful. They will not be like, oh, this mommy said we should not go here, I don't want to go there, I'm scared to go there, you know. Okay, mommy said, they will be able to explain. Let's assume they have friends around and they said, oh, we don't watch TV at this time. If the friends ask them, why don't you watch TV at this time? We can watch TV at any time. So, oh no, we don't watch TV at this time because we have to go to prayer, or we have to do some activities, or we have to do some roles. You understand? So set boundaries and make sure you carry them along. Number 3 is encourage social skills. If there is a way to set a child up for success, encouraging social skills is one of it. I think it should be the top of it, you understand, in order to set a child up. Because there's no how your child can be brilliant, it can be the best in the class, it can be the best in everything, in sports, in reading, in writing, in everything, in mathematics. If your child does not have a good social skills, there's no how that child is going to be a very successful person in life. There's no how that child is going to be a confident person in life. Social skill is very important when setting a child up for success, because social skills is what is going to help them. If at all you are leaving a company for them tomorrow, if at all you are leaving a fat account for them tomorrow, it's that social skills that will make them carry on the legacy. You understand? A teamwork. Teach them how to have a teamwork. Train them on how to solve problems. Train them on how to be themselves. Train them on how to mix up when they get to a place. Train them on how to talk when they are in midst of people. I know some kids are so shy. I have one at home that they don't like talking outside. But you as a parent have to encourage them and train them on how to talk outside. Let them mix up with people. Let them go out for activities. From there, they will meet friends, and from there they do things together, and that's how they build their own community also. So another thing you can do in building a social skill is help your child at home. Let them solve problems. Maybe you want to bake now and you don't have a baking soda. You can just tell them, what can we do? We don't have a baking soda. What can we put together to make a baking rice and everything? Okay, I don't know as a mom because I'm not a good baker. Do you know? If they tell you, mommy, I don't know, okay, what should we do? Let's ask Google. We have a search engine that can help us. Then you go on Google together, read it together. Maybe there's a word that they are trying to pronounce and they are not getting it right. You can just go on Google. Okay, let's look for this word on Google. Let's see how it is. Let's listen to how it is pronounced. You know, from there you are building their social skills. So when they get to the midst of their friends, if there's any problem, they will be so eager to solve that problem when they are in midst of their friends. So teach them on how to solve problems. Teach them on how to mix with people. At home, don't be a rigid parent. Talk to them. Communicate with them. Chat, gossip, gist, watch TV together and talk about what you watch together also. I watch Food Network and they watch Food Network with me. We watch some competitions on Food Network and we'll be like, who are you supporting? Who are you rooting for? You know, so communicate with them. All this will help them in their social life. All this will help them in growing up. The next one is, do not force your child to use foreign accents. So what is accent? What is accent? Let me know in the comment section. Put your own definition to accent in the comment section. Let's forget about dictionary accent. Let's forget about dictionary definition. Put your own definition in the comment section. Let me know what you think about using accent. Their self-confidence, and it will reduce their self-esteem if you are forcing your child to use foreign accent. To you, it may not look like forcing, but to them, you are forcing them to use it. You understand? Wherever you are, what really matters is the school your child goes to. It matters when it comes to language development. It matters when it comes to accent. The community your child is matters when it comes to accent. The home your child is living in matters when it comes to accent. So you are Nigerian, you speak Nigerian English, you want your child to speak British English, and your child is going to Indian school or Filipino school. What do you expect? This child is going to pick 3 accents. She'll pick from you Nigerian accent, she'll pick Filipino accent from school, and she will pick a British accent from whatever she's watching. Maybe you are giving them British, and one thing I want parents to understand is there's British English. There's British accent and there's American accent. You understand? Because that's the most common one. We don't want to recognize our local accent, the accent we use from our hometown. We don't want to recognize it, which is very bad. This is one thing that makes me like the Indians. They travel with all their life. They travel with everything. They travel with their food. They travel with their accent. They travel with their culture. They travel with their dressing. Everything, they travel with it. And they don't try to change it unless it comes naturally. We have the way we speak English. Let your child adopt this, the way we speak English, so that you can listen to what they are saying. You can correct them if they are not saying it right. You can correct the pronunciation of words when they are pronouncing it. You can correct the way they use words when they are using their words. That is language development in children. We don't have to force them to speak the way the American speaks or speak the way the British speak. In future, if your child travel to America or to British or to wherever life will take them in future, and they get there and they think they want to speak the way they speak, they will pick up. That is certain. They are going to pick it up. If we want to communicate with some Bangladesh, with some, you understand, we speak their English. It's because we pick it from them. That is the only way they can understand us, and we pick it from them. You understand? So when your child grows up and travel in future, he is going to pick that English, definitely. But the most important thing in life that can really set your child up for success is to let your child have that self-confidence when they are speaking. You understand? Let them have that self-confidence when they are talking. When they want to talk to somebody, if they are going to use their Nigerian accent or their Indian accent or their Filipino accent, let them talk confidently without making mistakes. You understand? If you force them to use foreign accent, they are going to make mistake. I was talking to a child one day, and this child is mixing English accent, Nigerian accent with British accent with Indian accent, because he's going to an Indian school. He's from Nigeria. He's living with Nigerian parents and also watching British cartoons, because that is what his parents want him to watch, because they want him to speak the way the British speak. You understand? Accent is not the real thing when it comes to language development. What really matters is their vocabulary, communication skills. Can they communicate in the midst of people? Let them have that confidence to go out and talk anywhere. What do you think about accent? Do you let your child maintain a Nigerian accent, or you really want your child to speak the British way or the American way? Which one are you adopting? Just let me know in the comment section. Leave your child to make their own choices. Fine, we are their parents, we know what is good for them. Sometimes we know this path they are going is not right for them, and they think that the path they are going is right for them. Let them make their choices. Let it start from early stage. Let's assume like 3 years, your child wants to eat. Let it come from food. Making oatmeal for you. What kind of oatmeal do you want? Do you want nut butter oatmeal? Do you want pumpkin oatmeal? Do you want this oatmeal? Do you want that oatmeal? Oh, mommy, I want nut butter oatmeal. Okay, I'll do that for you. But you make sure that the choices you are making are the things you have at home, that you know it will be easy for you. Okay, we are eating fries today, or we are eating rice today. What kind of sauce you want for your rice? Do you want vegetable sauce? Do you want stew? Do you want this? Do you want that? Fine. When you are making meal plan, if there is a certain thing you don't want them to use, or you don't want them to have, and that is their choice, you have to explain to them, this is the reason I don't want you to use this certain thing. Not you just say, oh no, you can't use that. Ways you negotiate with kids, there are ways you negotiate with them that they will really understand you. So let them make their choices. When it comes to toys at young age, then when it comes to toys, when it comes to picking their things, when it comes to picking colors, when it comes to picking their dresses, when they are going out, they want to be in the palm slippers rather than wearing a shoe. A child that already know how to make their own choices, a child that already know what they want and what they don't want, when they grow up, it will be easy for them to choose what they want and what they don't want. It will be easy for them to say no at the appropriate time, and it will be. The next one is let your child do chores. If there is one thing that sets your child up for success, it's chores around the house, because these chores will help them. There are so many age appropriate chores your child can do. Like 3-year-old, they can start packing their plate at 3 years old, cleaning their table at 3 years old when they finish eating. At 4-5 years old, you can start teaching them how to wash their plates themselves. You can start teaching them how to hold sponge at 4, and at 5, teach them how not to waste water. At 6, let them start taking control of their plates. Pack their plate, clean where they eat, wash their plate, dry it and put it back where it's supposed to be. Your child to do chores at home. I've seen so many mothers that says, oh, my child cannot do dishes at the age of 7. I can't allow my child to wash plate because he's not going to wash it well at 7. Allow them to wash it. What I do is I allow them to wash at 5. They start washing at 4. I'll start teaching them how to wash plates. At 5, they'll start washing themselves. If they don't wash it very well, I'll wash it again. I don't mind. Laying their bed anytime they get up. That should be one thing we should train our child on how to do. Immediately they stand up from the bed, they should lay their bed immediately. If we do it, they are going to do it. So allow your children to do chores around the house. The last but not the least, on my top tips on how to set a child up for success is focus on the process, not on the results. So many parents focus more on the result than the process. The process is the learning process. The learning process is what we really need, not the perfection. You are teaching a child to cook. That child will definitely mess up. It's not that mess that you will look into, that you'll be like, oh, I taught you this thing yesterday, you don't have to mess up today. They can mess up anytime. We mess up too as an adult sometimes when we cook. So they can mess up anytime. My kids already know that mess is part of the journey. Anytime he made a mistake, he would just tell himself, mistake is part of it, mistake is part of it. And I'll be like, yes. When I hear that, and I'll be like, yes, mistake is part of it. What's your mistake? Let me know. Maybe I can correct it for you. You know? So it's good when they are learning, focus on the process rather than focusing on the results. As they grow up, the results will come. It will not come now. It may be in the future. There will be a day they are going to leave the house. They are not going to be with you. That is when the results will be coming up. It's not now. They are going to make so many mistakes now. So it's not that you're not going to complain. It's not that you are going to overlook everything. No. But make sure you are focusing on the process. And when they make mistake that you are not happy with that mistake, or you are mad with that, you be like, even if you're mad and you talk, then later you can make them understand, oh, I'm very sorry, my darling. When you scream when you're not supposed to scream, you know, there are some times we scream when we are not supposed to scream. So learn how to say, I'm sorry, I was not supposed to do this. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section. What do you think? How do you set your child up for success? What are your tips? What do you use? What are the things you do with your children that are making, that you really think is setting them up for success? Please drop it in the comment section. Nobody's an island. We are learning from ourselves. We are new age mom. We don't want to make the mistakes our parents make. Okay, so try to drop your tips in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel. I really need your subscription. Subscribe to my channel and share this video with your mama friends. Share it in your community. Share it wherever you are on the social media. Please share it. Until I see you in another video, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Bye.